Every country has their own fried chicken, but these are some of my favorites. We're starting off with USA Southern Fried Chicken, straight to India for chicken 65. Oh! Then we're going to Korea for Korean fried chicken. We're headed to Puerto Rico for Chicharrones de Pollo. I'm gonna show you everything there is to learn about making crispy, flavorful fried chicken. I'm your colonel tonight, baby. And, oh, hold on. A special guest is coming to eat with me later on. I wonder who it's gonna be. First chicken, Southern American style. My favorite thing about Southern fried chicken is those little niblets on the crust. Well, most important part is the dredge. All-purpose flour, oregano, onion powder, cayenne, forgot, paprika, garlic powder, salt, black pepper. Whisk it up. Southern fried chicken always has eggs because it's a chunkier breading and that's what they like. Hot sauce, very important. 6, 7, 9, 10, 14, 20, 85, 7. Buttermilk. Buttermilk's great on chicken because it's a quick tenderizer. Like if you're making some tendies, just put them in buttermilk for like 15 seconds. Oh. Classic Southern fried chicken is usually the whole bird broken down. If you want to see how I break it down, watch my whole chicken video, baby. What goes in first, chef? Come on now. We go wet, dry, then I'll show you a little secret. You can let them sit in the fridge overnight, but we're gonna let them sit for about 20 minutes in the fridge. Get a sheet tray with a wire rack. Most people like to shake the excess off. We're gonna just dip it and toss it in. These extra drippings in your fry batter are gonna give you those flaky layers, those tittles. Those tidbits that I love so much. After you wet it, press it. Shake that off and let that sit. Most fried chickens, you're looking for a complete coverage of breading. I don't prefer that because you gotta think the old school version of cooking fried chicken wasn't perfection. It was about feeding people. My dad and all my family used to just throw it inside of a brown paper bag, shake and bake. All right, we're going back in. That's the secret. Wet batter, seasoned dredge, double dredge. That's what I'm talking about. Those little tiblets. All right, let's fry before I keep going crazy. Let's take a moment to appreciate the sexy wrinkle. Your chicken should look like a Shar-Pei. All that double dredge, just partying. Little crinkle butts right there. Heat your oil up to about 350, because as soon as you put in cold chicken, it's immediately gonna go down to 325. If you wanna check to see if it's ready, drop a little flour. If it sizzles and makes that lovely noise, time to fry! We're gonna start with dark meat. Before you drop it completely in there, you wanna make sure you lock in that dredge, so you let it sit in there for a second, and then party. What you don't want is to brown too fast, because it still takes 7 minutes to cook your chicken all the way through. Turn it on the low, cook it through, and we straight. I like to constantly flip to make sure I can get some GBD vibes, and to make sure it's not sticking to the bottom of the pan. When you're frying chicken, cast iron, big, deep. Down south, we frying in peanut oil, often canola. What am I using today? Canola. Why? It's affordable. You're looking for a cook-through temperature of 160, because you let it rest, it'll get up to 165, the chicken will be done. So that frying chicken, it makes you want to sing like Amazing Grace or something. The congregation, give me some, baby. Look at that. This is delicious. Now let's go spicier. We're going to India with chicken 65. Come on! Chicken 65, an Indian favorite, curry leaves. Look at that. If you can't find it, that's fine. Boneless, skinless chicken thighs. We cut into 2-inch pieces. They're basically like nuggies. Go ahead and grate some gingy, grate some garlic. A lot of grating. And sometimes I wonder if it's even working, you know? Ouch, it's working. Most important, salt, pep. Look how beautiful this is. This is a beautiful, beautiful Indian chili powder. Turmeric, cardamom and coriander, garam masala. Next up, yogurt. Like buttermilk, the acidity in the yogurt kind of breaks down more of the muscles in it, making it a quicker cook, but also a juicier cook. When you see something that colorful, that's when you know it's gonna be delicious. Get some gloves on, or you can use a tool. You will smell that this is probably gonna be the most delicious chicken recipes you've ever had. It's just beautiful. Shouldn't play with raw chicken, but that's really pretty. All right, let this sit in the fridge for about 30 minutes or overnight if you have time. All right, now it's a light breading. Super simple, different starches. Cornstarch, we're gonna do a cuppy. cup of rice flour. Rice flour and cornstarch bring the moisture out of most proteins, especially when they're marinated, but also pushes it to make a really, really crispy crust, especially rice flour. Rice flour dries things out and just gives you more surface area. I think this is gonna be a lot like pakora. Pakora is like a little nugget. You guys ready to fry? First, drop some chilies in your oil. Remember, always test to see if it coats. These are nuggies, so they're gonna go fast. No bones, no skin. Yogurt marinade, so it's already tender. And as soon as it hits the oil, you can smell. Remember, always kind of stir it up so it doesn't sit at the bottom. This is a fun one to make. Look at that, look at that. We're going for this color. And that's how we know we're ready to rock. Sure, you can temp it out, but we all know when you cut nuggies, it's about a 5 to 7 minute cook time. The curry leaves is the vibe though. Give me some slow-mo and play me some music, let's go. Wish you could smell what it smelled like in here. Oh, the yogurt. The chili powder goes right to the dome. The ginger hits underneath. Curry leaves are banging. Let's plate up. Little restaurant trick, just bring some essence out. Top those chilies in there. The smell is the main reason to make this dish. Next up, Korean fried chicken, better known as KFC. I've been waiting to do this for you guys. Let's get into it. First, most importantly, we're going straight wingy dingies and drummy stickies. Ginger, grate a nubbin, grate your garlic. Sure, you can mince it. No one's gonna be mad at you. What is he gonna do next? What's the name of the show? It's called Season. He's just gonna season, because he seasons everything. Salt, black pepper. Here's the thing about KFC. You want sweet and spicy, but for me, it's the crunch. That's why it's so good, it's because it's crispy. So we're gonna show you how to get that real quick. Sit this in the fridge for about 15 to 20 minutes. Next up, water, about a half cup. Let that sit. Next up, Dredge Town. This entire time, what have I told you? I'm not even gonna repeat it because you should say it to the camera or to your TV or your phone. Cornstarch, what does it add? Crispiness. You should probably not do it like this. Different than the other fried chickens, we're using cornstarch and potato starch, which is gonna make this extra crispy. It's a lot of white stuff, guys. White stuff helps us. There's something else in which I have that makes this even crispier. Evercrisp. It's delicious. It keeps things crunchy for up to 3 to 4 hours. Just a little bit. Ask me how you get it. Hit me in the comments. It shows me that you paid attention to everything I just said. Last but not least, you gotta add some all-purpose flour because it provides a breading texture. How'd you guess? Salt, pepper, whisk it up. Some of you guys are probably saying, tell us about that water. You're basically creating a batter. You wanna coat this, get all that chicken wet. Go ahead and grab a little bit of this, dump it over. Because that way, you're building an outside shell using the same stuff, which will ensure extra crispiness. Let's dredge these while the oil's getting ready. You don't wanna completely smush. We're going for crunch. We're not going for like crazy ridges. This is not the South. Oh, look at these wings. Don't judge me. I'll eat 12 wings by myself. Shake off that dredge. That's fine. You still want to see some of the chicken through. You don't want to completely cover it up. It's not really a breading. It's more just like a coat. Does that make sense? We've cooked a lot of chicken, but I still really like chicken. I can't believe I didn't eat this stuff for a while. I lived in California. They talked me into eating veganese. It was just what I was into. Everyone was cool. I had dreadlocks. Thing about Korean fried chicken, you don't need to let the batter sit. You don't need to like let all these crevices build up. You're gonna go straight into that hot oil, okay? Hi. We're doing it again. We're building a little outside shell. We're dropping that sucker in. Say goodnight. Bye. Remember, always moving around so it doesn't stick to the bottom. We're gonna wait for this brown, about 5 minutes. Check it out, first fry. We just want them nice little crumbles. We're not going for GBD yet. Take these out, let them sit. See how that starch just sticks on it? While that continues to cook, and while these rest, let's make some sauce. You need a sweet, spicy sauce. Get some sesame oil. We're gonna go back to grating some more ginger. We're on low heat, by the way. 1 garlic clove. You can smell this, it's getting more toasty with that ginger. 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. 3 tablespoons of gochujang. That's gonna add our heat. Brown sugar's gonna round it out. Wah. Just stir it up. But you're going for sweet, sticky, colorful. We're almost there. It's that fast. Life is so easy if you want it to be. I'm just joking. It's hard. I get it. But cooking doesn't have to be the hard part. A lot of people add honey. Like I said, I like more of a spicy one than I like the sweet. Wow. Oh, this is delicious. Hit it with this. Some white vinegar, about a tablespoon. A little bit of salt. And just stir that up. We'll let it reduce. It's sweet enough. It just needs full flavor. It's gonna get darker. It's gonna get redder. People are gonna be like, oh, that looks so spicy. Chef, no. All right, second fry up. Delicious, crispy bits. I cannot wait to crunch into these suckers, and I want you to hear it. It's gonna break a tooth. Look at this. You hear that? Crispy Rocktown, buddy. You see the smile on my face? This is real love right here, dude. Good Lord. It's like Tom Petty, rockin'. Can't imagine that getting any better, but it does. This is gonna make you cry. This is kind of sweet, but I show my love through the what? Through the heat. Let's go. Check this out. See that? God, look at that. Steam, sticky, sweet. I mean, it's beautiful. You can make this at home. It'll stay crispy for 3.5 hours, thanks to Evercrisp. Next up, Puerto Rican chicken. Chicharrones de Pollo. Come on! Chicharrones de Pollo, straight from Puerto Rico, a delicious recipe. It's all about seasoning. First up, chicken thighs, boneless, with skin on, cut into nuggets, because we're going for a crispy, juicy bite when it comes to Puerto Rican chicken. Quick marinade. Dump your chicken in. I have to salt and pepper everything. Citrus, for one, breaks down the fat, makes the meat more tender. And what else does it do, chef? It adds flavor. Because from the zest, you're getting all the oils. And it's just sitting in that chicken, like just partying. Like, oh, I love you, chicken. You're so sweet to me. And we're gonna juice it. Next up, adobo seasoning. Basically an all-purpose seasoning. Think Lowry's, but more flavorful. After that, sazon. This goes in nearly everything. Rice, all braised meats, pork, chicken, taco. It has achiote in it, which is a very mild pepper that will give you that tint and that color. Go after it. Get after it. See that color? That's what we're talking about. Very similar look as a chicharrone, which is, anyone? Pork rind. You can marinate this overnight. You can cook it right now. All that citrus flavor is already in it. Let's bread this sucker. Flour, normal flour. This puppy, cornstarch. Am I gonna season the dredge? I have to. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You don't need a whisk, just do that. Think about it this way, all-purpose flour, you make mostly breads with it, so it gives you a tight breading. The cornstarch is gonna pull that moisture that would normally build a nice breading and make everything crispy. We're massaging this cornstarch and flour in. Look at that. Hi, Roscoe. Look at the color too. Rub it in too. Don't be scared. You can flatten out your chicken. The cool thing about this, it's a double fry method, but that double fry is gonna make it even crispier. This little nugget right here. You see how the cornstarch just kind of falls off the skin, but at the same time, it gets underneath there and makes it crispy. That's gonna be like your chicharrones. Because a good chicharrone that's fresh at the store, especially at a taqueria, it still has meat attached to it. These are perfect. Let's fry it up. Hiya. Look at that. I love you, I love you, I love you. This reminds me of when I lived in New York and I worked in a restaurant. I won't say where it was. Coming home at 2 a.m., getting off the train. Shout out to Brooklyn. Hearing some loud tunes, smelling Saison everywhere, just jamming. You can do this fast. Remember, we're doing double fry. You can toss them all in there. You know it's a party when you see all that oil dancing. Pop, pop, fizz, fizz, sucker. You see how that skin's bubbling up like a chicharrone? That's what you want, that color and the Saison. So we fry these for about 2 minutes. We're gonna take them out, let them sit, let all that moisture get out of them, kind of crisp up on their own. Then we're gonna drop them in for the double fry, get them super crispy, crunch, 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 party, 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 chicharrone, chicharrone. You see how that chicken fat's like, why'd you take me out? Why'd you take me out? And he has no idea I'm gonna stick him back in that crispy oil. Let's fry this zest. Let's just see if it works. That's just gonna add some extra flavor. It's gonna make it real pretty on your plate, giving you more of a boost of all that citrus oil. Let's go ahead and add our chicken. Go to town. Let that go hard. Like rip it, dude. 350, let's go. Chicharrones de Pollo, look at that. I mean, this is insane. I could eat this whole pot with no sauce. Look at that, even the little citrus bits, you see? That second fry just brought it home. Listen. Time to plate them all up. It's not health food. It's crispy food.
Did someone say fried chicken?
Hey,
Brought
chef.
the bubbly.
Oh,
This is fried chicken's best friend. What do we have here?
This is fried chicken around the world.
Fried chicken 4 ways.
You got
classic, American.
Yep. Indian chicken number 65. This guy, Puerto Rican, Chicharrones de Pollo. Korean, KFC, AKA.
KFC? Mm-hmm. They don't do Korean chicken.
Get into it, Chef.
I'm going for thigh. You can hear the success. Crunchy on the outside, juicy in the middle. That's life goals when it comes to fried chicken.
Thank you.
This is Indian. This is the fried chicken you've never had before.
Yeah.
But that you need to have in your life. You taste the warm spice. It's like sweet and savory.
Well, you fry it with a little bit of curry leaves too.
Listen, nobody's got curry leaves, okay? It'll still be delicious without the curry leaves, y'all. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Oh my God, I'm so happy she's here.
I've had Korean fried chicken, but
Look at
it didn't
this.
look this.
I will tell you, it's one of the best sauces I've ever made in my career. See how crispy that is? You knew when
It's
you walked in
sticky,
there.
sweet, spicy, salty. A little crunch of the sesame seed on top. Might be the best sauce you've ever made.
She's full of compliments today. I don't know what it is.
Wait, what is this?
Puerto Rican chicken.
Puerto Rican.
Like a chicharrone.
You've never had this before either. Like salt and vinegar with that lime, you get like tangy and salty.
Oh, like a pork rind. Told you.
This one's always gonna be a winner, but the fact that it's new, it's the crunchiest. I'm going Indian just because I've never had it. The flavor punch is just, I'll go 1, 2, 2, 2. You have to try these recipes.
Have some fun, live a little, get some shapes.
This is the perfect example of how you can travel the world through food. You nailed it.
Thank you so much. Did I break it too? I didn't. Shout out to my dentist, keep me strong. Let's go, bro. Bucket of chicken, come on. Some
Bucket in a bottle.
shams.
That could be our restaurant.
We're gonna
Bucket in a bottle.
bottle.